Perfect.
So I decided not to waste any time. I went straight into it. I'm going to do a blowout first with my Design Essentials Agave Lavender Blowout Spray. I'm going to go ahead and add some Chi Silk Infusion to my hair as well. Today we are blowing my hair out and prepping it for Sister Locks. Well, my rendition, or the locks that I can do myself, which is a version called Micro Locs, and I got the idea from a girl on Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and link her information in the description box below. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow my hair out and part it out and separate it. I'm gonna attempt to do a grid pattern as best I can, seeing as though I'm not going to be able to see the back of my head. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and prep and enjoy. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of my Cantu anti-breakage dry oil. It's very, very, very light, so it's not going to add any oil to my hair. So after I've made my largest parts, now I'm making subsections. And I'm gonna go ahead and 2-strand twist them to separate them, and I'm doing this because it would be easier to follow my pattern if I did it in sections, if I did it in smaller sections, so I can just go one section at a time since they're going to be so small. So I'm just showing you how I'm making my subsections, and I'm making the ones in the front a little bit smaller so that I can be a little bit more precise. And since that section is oddly shaped, as you can see, so I'll have a couple extra rows in the front and the middle, if that makes any sense. So I'm using each side as a reference to see if I'm getting the sections even. So now, to make my life easier, I have recruited my honey to help me in the back because I cannot see. So he has graciously decided to help me. So yeah, he's trying really hard to get it straight. So yeah, he has no idea what he's doing, but I really appreciate him for trying. He's a sweetheart. But yeah, eventually we did get it right. Eventually. But he did an awesome job. He did an awesome job being my eyes. Thank you, honey. Thank y'all. So now I'm going to rubber band the sections off just to make sure I keep the hairs out of the way, any flyaways out of the way from getting in any other section while I'm doing it. You always want to make sure that when you have to use rubber bands, I don't recommend you do, but when you absolutely have to, put oil on them so they don't, to minimize any damage that it might cause on your hair. Oil your rubber bands, guys. So here are the sections I ended up with. Can't remember if I counted them or not, but I'll go ahead and put in the description box below how many subsections I had. And yeah, now that the fun part is over, we're gonna get into it, right? So here I've already completed 2 sections, and I just came back to show you. I believe I'm into my 3rd section if I'm not mistaken, and I just came to show you how I did it. So I have a little mirror in front of me on the floor just so I can check and double check that I'm not getting any hairs, or that I separated the piece into a reasonable piece, because sometimes just feeling it can be deceiving and it's a bigger piece than you think that it is. So you definitely want to look each time. And so I started out with a plait and a braid, a plait, and I plaited it down as far as I could, and then I did a twist. You're going to see me do that. And yeah, I just did this over and over and over again, and maybe one day when I'm super bored, I'll count out how many I ended up with. Right? So yeah, this is pretty much all I did and just kept doing. So yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2 of when I'm done, because as you can imagine, me doing it myself takes a very long time. I'm gonna fast forward it for you guys. I wish I could have fast forwarded it in real life, but yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2 so you guys can see how it turned out. But I just wanted to show you the process and a little bit of the progress. So it's a few weeks later, and this is how much we have gotten done. I'm almost done. I'm almost finished. So make sure you look for part 2 of this video so you can see the finished product. Thanks for watching.